Hello, my name is Danielle Spada, and we're going to discuss the functional analysis. Why conduct a functional analysis? Functional analysis is one of three methods used when conducting a functional behavior assessment. It is the only method that allows practitioners to confirm hypotheses regarding functional relations between problem behavior and environmental events. The functional analysis is an experimental arrangement of antecedents and consequences representing those in the person's natural routine, so that their separate effects on problem behavior can be observed and measured for prospective demonstrations of functional relations. The assessment is composed of several test conditions. Each test condition contains a motivating operation, as well as a potential source for reinforcement. The conditions are presented one at a time in an alternating sequence, and occurrences of problem behavior are recorded for each session. The sessions are then repeated to continue to measure the problem behavior to see which condition it's occurring under most consistently. Materials you will need include data sheet and a pencil to collect data, yourself and the client, play materials the client's known to engage in, and demand materials such as a box to put the toys away in or a table to come to. Before the session, you're going to want to operationally define the target behavior with examples and non-examples. You're also going to want to hypothesize potential functions for your current behavior. Sessions are 5 to 15 minutes long, and each condition is repeated at least 3 times. So we're going to discuss the different test conditions and what high rates of problem behavior occurring under each of these conditions means for the function of that behavior. The first condition is going to be the play condition, which is your control. Problem behavior is expected to be low because there's no motivating operation in place to evoke the behavior. The antecedents include preferred activities being continuously available, social tension being provided, and no demands being placed. Consequence for problem behavior is to ignore it or neutrally redirect it. So if the client engages in aggression, such as hitting the RBT, the therapist will not respond. You're going to think neutrally. The next condition is the attention condition. Antecedents include social attention being diverted or withheld from the client. So you as a therapist are going to act busy. Consequences for problem behavior is going to be providing some form of social reinforcement. So if the client hits the RBT can do something such as say a statement like, "We don't do that, we use nice hands." The behaviors occurring most frequently under this condition are assumed to be maintained by positive social reinforcement. Next condition is alone. In the alone condition, the antecedents include low levels of environmental stimulation. No one is near the client. All of those play materials that you had are going to be removed. There's going to be nothing in the area. Consequences for problem behavior are going to be the same of the play condition. They're going to be ignored or redirected. So if the client walks over to the RBT and hits them, the RBT is going to think neutral and not respond. Behaviors under this condition are assumed to be maintained by automatic reinforcement. The next condition is escape. Antecedents include task demands being delivered using a 3-step prompting procedure, such as providing the SD, modeling the SD that was given, and then providing physical prompting, such as hand-over-hand assist. The consequence for problem behavior is a break from the task being provided by removing task materials and stopping prompts to complete the task. So if the client hits the RBT will say, "Okay, you can have 2-minute break," and will allow the client to walk away from the area. Behaviors under this condition are assumed to be maintained by negative reinforcement. The next condition is the tangible condition. Antecedents for this include the client having access to a preferred activity or a toy, and then the therapist will say something such as, "My turn with toy," and then take the toy that the client has access to. The consequence for a problem behavior occurring is going to be giving that toy back. So the client comes up and hits the RBT will then give the toy back. Behaviors under this condition are assumed to be maintained by access to tangibles. So once the data is collected and you've graphed it and you've done your visual analysis, there's also some things to consider. Behaviors can be maintained by multiple sources of reinforcement. Behaviors occurring equally under all conditions are considered undifferentiated, and the results of the FA are inconclusive. And inconclusive can also suggest that the behavior is maintained by automatic reinforcement. Thank you.